So, I just watched Jurassic World Rebirth yesterday, and let me just say this right off the bat. Gareth Edwards deserves a better script. I know we've been saying this for years, and it still holds up. Every now and then the guy drops a banger like Rogue One, parts of the creator, but then you get films like this where visually the man knows what he's doing. He knows what to do with the camera. He knows how to use a budget, and he understands scale and tension and movement. This might be the best looking Jurassic film since the original, but that's also what makes this whole thing more frustrating. Because besides from the beauty and a few standout moments, Rebirth is pretty much just okay. Now let's talk about what works first. The cinematography here is genuinely incredible. Gareth Edwards brought this A game behind the camera, and there are shots in the movie that honestly rank among my favorites of the year. Specifically, earlier in the film, there's a quiet moment between a boat between Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson, and just the two of them, for example, talking about grief and loss, and the way it's lit, the water to framing afterwards at the sunset is absolutely gorgeous. It gave me that Spielberg awe that we haven't really felt since the franchise in 1993. There's also a T-Rex chase scene down a river that had me locked in, and another action sequence involving a pterodactyl hybrid looking thing that actually felt intense. Edwards does know how to build suspense when he's allowed to. There's a horror beat or two that really show what the franchise could be if Universal stopped aiming for four-quadrant crowd pleasing and just went for broke. But now we've got to get into it, because as great as this movie looks, that script is rough. You can feel the missed opportunity. This was supposed to be the one that brought Jurassic back to its roots. The original writer came back. There were rumors that we'd finally lean into the horror, the survivalist tension, and the unknown. And to be fair, some of that is here, but the rest of it is just more of the same. Lifeless characters, bad pacing, and generic plotting that's been dragging this series down for years. Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali actually have some chemistry. That boat scene that I mentioned previously is emotional, it's grounded, it's human. But then the rest of the cast is pretty much dead weight. There's a family of four that get introduced midway through, and I swear I didn't care about any of them at all. They have no arcs, no substance, just there to fill the space. And the mercenary crew with Scarlett is kind of like they forgot to write half of them. Three characters get intros, the rest just kind of show up, like they're like, hey, we're here to die. And sure enough, they end up doing so. There's no impact, there's no investment, and there's really no emotion outside of a, oh no, and then like 30 seconds later, well, we got to finish this. Like, okay. The story this time revolves around this old research facility on an island where they used to experiment on dinosaurs. And so now the team, their mission is to collect DNA samples from a flying dinosaur, sea dinosaur, and a land dinosaur so that they can cure heart disease and some other ailments and stuff like that. And it's some biotech pitch that sounds good in a boardroom, but plays flat on the screen. Scarlett's team are hired mercenaries again. Great setup, wasted execution. The idea of hybrids roaming the island could have led to some real terror, some chaos. But it feels like every time the movie gets close to taking off, it slams the brakes and reminds you that it's still a studio franchise with check boxes to hit. There's also this big, heavy hybrid dinosaur that's been hyped up, kind of like a Rancor from Star Wars with like the mix. And it looks awesome in the promo shots, and his intro scene is legit scary. But after that, he just kind of disappears for most of the movie and shows up near the end to do about two things, and that's it. And of course, because it's a Jurassic World movie, we have to have our corporate villain, and you already know exactly who he is and what's he gonna do the second he walks on screen. It's the most paint-by-numbers antagonist you can think of. It's like an evil CEO guy who wants to monetize like DNA, and it's not groundbreaking. Every time the film tries to have weight or stakes, it undercuts itself with cliches, characters that we don't care about, or conflicts that we've already seen before, and plot twists that aren't really twists if you watched 2 or 3 of these movies before. So here's where I land with Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm going to give this film a 6 out of 10. Because even though it's got all these problems, and there are a lot clearly, I can't say that it's really a bad movie. It's not a train wreck like Fallen Kingdom or exhausting like Dominion. It's better than both of those, without question. It's got a clearer tone, it brings back home some of that tension, and the horror elements are finally reintroduced, but only in parts, and the visuals are easily top tier. There are scenes like the river chase, the hybrids intro, and the boat sequence that truly actually do work. But overall, it's a missed opportunity, and I walked in hoping that I would finally be excited that this would finally be a Jurassic film that maybe even hit an 8 for me. Something smart, scary, emotional, something worthy of the original, and instead I got another reminder that this franchise might just be too far gone unless someone radically reinvents it. Gareth Edwards could have been that guy, but the script just did not let him. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Rebirth is beautiful, it's got moments of greatness, but it's still trapped in the same DNA loop this franchise has been stuck in for over a decade now. So let me know what you guys thought of the movie. Were you disappointed? Did you actually like it more than I did? Or are you just done with this franchise altogether? Drop your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed the video, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and remember, just because you can bring this franchise back doesn't mean that you should.
Maybe we should make it quick.